That's longevity spinach. This is iced tea. And those are a bunch of free plants. Today I'm going to show you how to go from that to this to those. And don't tell anybody, but it's stupid easy. Are you ready? Let's go do stuff.
Go.
Alright guys, do stuff with Nikki here. How's everybody doing? From Zone 10, hot South Florida. Not so sunny today. So, all you need for this is a pair of scissors and your hands. And then of course when you get in the kitchen, a pot, some water. So for all of you that do grow longevity spinach, some of you may be like me, and I've heard it from a few people, don't really like the taste of it. To me it kind of has an evergreeny taste. Kind of mentioned that in another one of my walk around clips, but I wanted to get it in now somehow because it's just so good for you. And I found out it makes unbelievable tea. And when you make tea from it, it actually doesn't taste as evergreeny as it does when you eat it fresh or cook it, whatever. And then the other problem is, you know, the slimy issue. When you cook these things up, they're mucilaginous. They get a little slimy. It's not the case when you make the tea, even though you're boiling the leaves. Even if you let the leaves sit in the water overnight, it doesn't get slimy. So let me show you how ridiculously easy this is. It's like 5 minutes of your day, that's it. And you got free, gorgeous green tea. So there's no particular part of the plant that you need to cut off. You can just cut anywhere. I cut on this bush almost every single day. And in this heat, it just keeps coming back. So I grabbed myself a few really cool branches here, you know, nothing special. There you go. Pretty good tip. I mean, I usually cut from the top so it can actually come back a little bit on the top. So get myself a good handful. This handful I stick in about, a good 3/4 of a gallon of water. So that's it. You cut it. Compost the leaves that fall down. All right, let's go in. Come on, dog. So, next step, kitchen. Let's go, guys. Sorry, it's always a gardening mess out here on the patio. Let's go, doggy. All right, guys. So all I do, I have my pot of water going here already. This is a pot I actually made this morning. I literally probably make a pot of this tea every day. It's all I drink, morning, noon, and night. Well, I make other teas as well from my plants, but this is one of the staples in our house. So anyway, I have a pot going here, and you kind of want to go almost to high. You know, you can let it go while you're out there cutting your plants and get it warmed up and all that. And here it goes. Check this out. Got my faucet, got my plants. Oh, we forgot one really important thing. Let's get here, we'll just use this for example. All right, got this. We'll put some water in here. A jar, a mason jar, usually when I have them lined up along the window there, but mason jar or glass, whatever you want, recycle something, you know. So you got your little bit of fresh water. Don't use tap water, not good. Put it by your little sink here so you're ready. Take your plants, and I start rinsing them. Longevity spinach has relatively little pest issues, if any. So you rarely ever you might get a leaf with a little hole in it. If you do, I rip it off, throw it to the side, and throw it back out in the garden. So what I do is when I rinse it, I yank off the leaves I want, right? I leave maybe the young tips at the top, 1 or 2, you don't need much, and I throw it in the pitcher. Cut the bunch in half, toss it in the pot. It's that easy. Do this. If you want, you don't want to put every stem in the water, you can just do this. You take it, leaves, stems, and all on this plant are usable, edible, you name it. Rip everything, including the stem, throw it in your pot. And this is pretty much the routine that I go through. So you rip everything off, except for a couple of leaves on top. Toss it in your pitcher, in you go. And so on and so forth. I don't have to keep going. But with a small bunch like this, it literally only takes you a few minutes. Nothing special you have to do. Rip it off, throw it in the pot. And if you come a little closer, I'll show you. So that's in there. It's gonna boil pretty soon. Oh, and one other tip I wanted to give you is, like with any other tea, I don't really believe in boiling my tea for a really long time, but I will bring it to a slow rolling boil, but for a very, very short amount of time. And then I kind of lower the heat when it gets to that point. You can kind of see the leaves turning a little bit wilty or different color a little bit. And then at that point you can turn it off. And to be honest, the tea will not really have much color to it at that point. However, I've left it sit overnight on my stove with just a lid on it, you know, so little buggies can't get in there. And you've got this really cool, colorful tea in the morning. And there's no harm in leaving the leaves in there, you know what I mean? If you do bring it to a boil and you want to use the tea right away, whatever, and sieve out your greens, you can eat them if you want. Throw them in your omelet. It's kind of the same thing as sauteing spinach, you know, because at that point they're not all that bad. So let me just show you one really quick thing, and then we're all done for today. This is my pot that I made this morning, and if you see, I still have my leaves in here, right? I got a white clean bowl for you guys here so you can see it. If you take the ladle out, you'll actually see what color. It's kind of a really neat amber, greenish, brown color. So that's the color of your tea right there when it sits on the stove overnight. If you drink it right after you're done boiling it, it won't be as dark as this, you know, but cooking it, not boiling it, hello, won't be as dark. But you're still going to get all the health benefits, so there you go. And hubby can tell you too, it's not a bad tasting tea. Very mild, really tasty, not slimy, and that's a great way for everybody to get longevity spinach in their body. If, like me, the taste makes you gag. Peace out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments or you want any more information, comment below. I'll answer you hopefully really quick. So stay green, and a little wild and dirty doesn't hurt either. Bye, guys.